תנועת הדיאלוג.
حركة الحوار.
The dialogue movement. To all Israelis and all Palestinians. Let's look at the reality we live in. For more than 100 years we have been in a violent conflict. And we cause each other a lot of pain. On both sides many people were killed, injured, and went through difficult experiences. There are millions of people imprisoned in Gaza for over 15 years. Let's try to ask ourselves together. How can we stop the violence and suffering we cause each other? How can we make peace between us? Can we end the conflict? These are critical questions that can affect millions of people living in this country, and possibly all of humanity. Right now, the Israelis talk mostly to themselves and the Palestinians talk mostly to themselves. Although in practice we live together in the same country, millions of Israelis and millions of Palestinians, whether we like it or not. We are mixed within each other, and we influence each other. How will we stop the suffering and violence without talking and understanding each other? If each group continues to talk only to itself and care only for itself, if we continue with the anger and hatred and accusations, the situation can deteriorate further and further, and lead to more violence and suffering for all parties. Some people try to offer a political solution that will solve all the problems. But in any political solution we propose, in order for it to really work and bring peace, we will need a lot of coordination and cooperation between the Israeli leadership and the Palestinian leadership. We will need communication and understanding between the nations. We will need a lot of joint discourse. Maybe a common discourse is not enough to bring peace. More things are needed to end the conflict, but it seems to be very necessary. And today more than ever, almost anyone can try to promote understanding between us. Currently, it seems that most Israelis and most Palestinians are not interested in talking and listening to each other. Maybe they don't think it can improve the situation. And because Israelis and Palestinians were brought up differently and had different experiences, they interpret reality differently. So even if they try to talk to each other, it can be very difficult, painful, and frustrating for them. Israelis will probably blame the Palestinians for all the problems, and Palestinians will blame the Israelis for all the problems. And it will be difficult for them to reach a deep and respectful dialogue. In order to promote a common discourse, we need mediators. We need sensitive people who are able to listen and understand the other, people who are able to explain themselves in a respectful and understandable way. We may also need people who live in other countries, people who are neither Israelis nor Palestinians. Maybe people who are not in the conflict will be able to understand and communicate better with both sides and thus bridge us. On this channel we will try to promote a joint Israeli-Palestinian dialogue. We will try to listen deeply and understand each other deeply. We will try to understand each other's pain and fears, and develop a more sensitive and respectful conversation. We will try to see that with all our differences, we are all human, and we have things in common. If this sounds like a good and interesting idea to you, and you want to give it a chance, like the video, share it, talk about it with friends and subscribe to the channel. You are also welcome to write in the comments, or by email what thoughts you have about the video. Thanks for listening this far. And may all Israelis and all Palestinians, and all human beings, have health, joy and peace.